Takedown, people! I'm going to clean up some of my silencers here. So, figured I'd do a little video. You're going to notice the shadow moving by. It's the lights. Nothing's moving. It's the freaking things. So I got 3 silencers here. This one is a 556. It's a take-apart cleanable. This is a 22. It's take-apart cleanable. And this is a 300 blackout. It is not take-apart cleanable. So let's take a look at each one. I have this little adjustable thing. If you want to get one of these are really nice to do. It comes with one that fits it, but of course you can never find it when you need it. This one's adjustable, so I can get it off with that. Okay, so because this one is cleanable, and I already loosened these up, and when you take these apart, you want to make sure it goes in the same way, because this is the way it needs to go in first. Okay, so when you put it together, you want the bullets going in this way, so it hits that cone and rolls back around and slows down the noise. So you don't want it hitting this way, because it's not going to work. Okay, so so these are the pieces, and I haven't shot this since the last time I cleaned it, so I was just going to wipe it down and give it an oil down. Let's get one of my dirty t-shirts here. We'll move these 2 right here, work on them later. So you can tell on the inside it's a little, not what I would say is clean. So I need to figure out a way to scrub that down in there. And again, I use rim oil sometimes just to, has like a pre-cleaner. And then I'll put good oil and good rust preventative on it. So we'll let that set to the side. These all look the same, and they should be pretty clean. So I don't think I have cleaned these. So I'm just going to keep these here because I'm just going to clean them. This is what's called just a spacer. I'll clean that one down, and I'll clean my threads down, and we'll be good to go. There's threads that threads onto the barrel on one side, and we'll see how that works out. Let me get something in here that I can clean this. Maybe a toothbrush. So I'm spinning the tube as I'm scrubbing, and I'm gone down this far, so I want to put it on the outside. Okay, so I'm over halfway. So now I can switch it and do the other side. Okay, so that should be, yeah, it's pretty dirty. So let's see if I can't get a, shove a piece of cloth through here, get it out the other side, if it's not too thick. If it is too thick, I'll simply do this side and then I'll pull it back through. Alright, so I got it through. Get that in there, and then I'll twist this. Pull it in and out a couple times. And we should have a little bit cleaner. Didn't get a whole bunch of dirt off this. So, I want to put some, strike hold maybe? Strike hold is a good rust preventative. Man, that stuff is pretty could put the thick, the Go Juice. I mean, if you want to put grease in there, you can. See, a lot of people will put water in their silencer, and water makes it really quiet. If you put a little water in your silencer, it makes it really quiet. But it also gets everything kind of nasty looking. So what do I want to shove down in there? Get a patch here. Maybe I'll put 2 patches on this. And we will clean the inside. I didn't really expect it to take this long. That's why I got all 3 out, figuring. So I got a little bit of dirt off there. But that strike hold really does good at removing any type of rust or crap on the inside. So I don't really like the way that looks. Doesn't look lubricated, but I know that that strike hold does a good job. Doing the same thing I did with the toothbrush, spinning the silencer. That looked like it got a little bit better. Okay. I'm going to put a little bit of Go Juice on the threads. I haven't even cleaned these off yet, have I? See if they're dirty. It looks like I put some lube on here because they look a little greasy. I don't know if you can see that. Getting a little grease off there, so I don't know what I end up putting on here. Again, this is a 5.56 silencer. I kind of want to just get one of my barrels cut and then have this permanently attached to the barrel. Then it can become part of the barrel. So get a little Go Juice in there with a Q-tip. Oh man, I was supposed to replace my Q-tips and I didn't. That's going to be a problem. I shall be right back. Pretty sure I got Q-tips in here. Oh crap, I don't. No Q-tips, no Q-tips. Ah, maybe that's some right there. Nope. Hang on, I'm looking. I'm shaking a tree, boss. There's some Q-tips. I thought I had some in here somewhere. Sorry about that. All the ones I've dropped and I'll use them. Alright. So now my Q-tips are back filled up. Get a little Q-tip here on this Go Juice. Give this a good little cleaning on the inside. Get a little brown. I don't know if that's from the goop that I had in there, or is that a little rust? I don't know. So since I can't really clean my Go Juice on these threads, now I'm pretty sure the threads on this is universal, so this doesn't really matter which way it goes. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on here and maybe pull it off, give it a wipe down. See what it looks like. Yeah, it looks okay. Put a little goat juice on this Q-tip here. Get these threads a once over. Ooh, got a little dirt off that bad boy. Man, that looked pretty bad. I better get those other threads now. And again, that could be the moly or whatever goop I put on here before could be coming off. But so I was watching, I was trying to find, shit, I won't lose that big sucker. I was trying to find a lube test on this goat juice. And I didn't really find one on the goat juice. So I'm a little bummed. So I'm going to put a little goat juice on here. And then wipe down these little guys. I think they're called baffles, is what they're called. And they're all the same. So I put a little bit of coat of oil in there, and I will just drop that down. There's one. These aren't numbered, so you don't have to worry about them going in the right way. You just want to make sure they're all going in the right way in here. And this oil, you know, when you shoot this, it's going to collect a lot of dirt and powders. And the silencer will still work if it gets dirty. I just want these coated for rust protection. I don't want them rusting and sitting around, and then one day I pull it out to clean it and it's got rust all over it, and then I'll be bummed. So, and my heater's been kicking on because it's freaking pretty cold outside. Now, this one feels like it might have been a little rusty or something. I'll put a little scoop of oil on that bad boy. This one doesn't feel as smooth and as finished. Silencers are all about volume. The more volume you have, the more it's going to make it quieter. So when you see big silencers, they've got a lot of volume. This is for a 5.56, so it's a fast bullet, but I'm not sure there's that much volume involved here. You notice the 22 volume is much smaller because we got a lot less powder and there's a lot less going on. So obviously 22, you don't need a big can like this on a 22. Although if you had a big can like that, it would probably make it quieter. So I don't really like that. If you look on the inside there, there's like a little ring. And I don't really like that. And I'm not sure why that's there. Get a little steel brush here and see if I can get rid of that. Maybe not. Wow. Let's get some Marvel Mystery Oil there. See if that removes that. So I thought maybe that was just something in the metal, but obviously when I put a little torque with this guy, it removed it. I don't know if you can tell whether that's gone or not, but it is. So I don't know what that was in there, but it wasn't good. And I couldn't get it off with just oil and pressure. Alrighty. It's on there. Q-tip. Woo! Man, that Q-tip got dirty quick. Okay. So it looks like I am pretty much done with this. Okay. I don't have a barrel will throw that in, but this should oh, man, it just seems like I'm dropping shit lately. Damn gloves get caught right in the threads. Okay, so why isn't this going down? Let's see what we did here. Well, it should be going down. Other than my damn fingers keep getting caught in there. Oh, it just got tight. I thought it was stopping. It just got, the threads got really tight right there on the end. So I will put this in here, give it a little snug up, and this thing is done. Put a little oil on here. I watched a good video on motor oil, and although motor oil is a really good lubricant, evidently motor oil has no rust preventative qualities. So you don't want to use motor oil on the outside of your gun thinking you're stopping rust preventative, because you're not going to get any. Alright, so this silencer's done. This one doesn't come apart. It's a 300. It's non-cleanable. The only way I can clean this is if I pour solvent in there and shake it. If I unscrew this end here, none of the baffles come out. And that's why it's called a non-cleaner. You don't take it apart. Hole's a little bigger, obviously, because it's shooting a 30 caliber round. I will put a little oil on these threads. Even though this doesn't feel like metal, this feels like aluminum or some sort of non-rust preventative. And I pulled this off by putting just a little torque in here like so. There we go. That's how I had to get it off, because it's designed not to come off. So put a little glow juice on here for the threads. And this one's pretty much clean, because I don't because I can't clean it. There's quite a bit of dirt in there, because I can only go down to the first baffle, and then I'm done. Okay, so this will go back on my 300. I got a little bit of oil on it. Got some on the threads. Looks good. We'll knock this 22 out real quick. Oh, shit. So this is the 22. It's one piece. It's one baffle. And it just shoots it down, and it makes the air spin out there. Oh, there goes the other end of the cap. So it goes in like so, and then this cap screws on. So I can, this one should be pretty clean too. I shouldn't be getting any dirt off that. I mean, I keep this by my door, and if I need to run out with a 22, I don't need to put earplugs on to scare off a critter, pop a round off, scare some coyotes out or something like that. But it's a little more dirty than I would like, but it's a silencer, so I'm not too not too worried about it. Most common failure for a silencer is a baffle strike, which means somebody has changed or done something and it's not straight anymore. So if it just gets a little off, the bullet will hit and it blows up the so this is pretty clean on the inside, although I'm still going to give it a scrub down. And the thing about silencers is this is your silencer. I can replace everything else on a silencer but this tube, because this is what the serial number's on. This is how it's registered. So if you ruin this tube, you're kind of screwed. Now, some people say that you can make another tube and just do the press and make sure this one's destroyed, so you can't, there's never two. Because I mean, now that thing looks a little bit better inside there. So these threads that goes on the barrel. You really don't want those rusting on any silencer. Those are your lifeline. They got to be straight, no corrosion. Don't want to cross thread. That makes sure they're lined up nice and straight. So you definitely want to keep those doctored up nice. Alright, so this bad boy should be good to go, except maybe this area. clean that up. But then this little piece goes in here. Reverse thread till I hear that click. You hear that little click? Hear that click? That means it's threading right. Always do a reverse. And then I just give it a little bit of a squeeze. Not a lot. But I just don't want it coming off by hand tight. Okay. This one will go back on the 22. And my silencer is done. I have a 45 silencer. I think it's due in September for my license coming for my Glock 45. But other than that, got these silencers done. This one comes apart completely. This one has one tube. This is a bunch of baffles. This has a lot of baffles, but I think they're all welded together. I don't like the look of that. That looks like it's dirty. Look dirty to you? I'll scrub that up a little bit here. See if that cleans up. Maybe that's just the way it's writing. Maybe it'll show up better on the screen. Huh. Alright. Cleaning silencers. Hopefully you got something out of it. And we will end that there. Y'all have a good one.